Howdy peeps, and welcome back to the PipeCat channel. I'm Larry, the same Larry that you usually see when you come to the PipeCat channel. Today I wanted to share something with you. I found something. I'm always on the lookout for any interesting piece of musical equipment. Be it for, guitar tone, bass tone, a guitar, a bass, a patch pedal, an effect pedal, a new kind of tone setting that people are trying to use, anything like that. And occasionally an amplifier. I have far too many amplifiers, that's true. And I don't need any more, but still, after a while, at a certain age, at a time in your life, you're a musician, you've been playing a long time, and you start looking at these things like museum pieces instead of, gigging gear. But every now and again you come across something that could be either thing. Now you might remember in a recent video I did a little quick kind of silly demo of a Dean Markley RM150 DR amplifier. That was from about 1982, I think, 82, 83, 82 I believe. That amplifier has a tube signal conditioner and solid state output, so it was a hybrid amp, kind of among the first of their kind. And I show you how that sounded. I showed you in that other video how that sounded. Well, I was at a flea market maybe about 6 weeks ago, and we walked past somebody's table full of junk, and in the back there was what looked like a little beat up box, and it just caught my eye and I looked at it. I said, is that, told my family, hang on a minute. And I went over. And I pointed to the object and I said to the man, does that thing work? He said, of course. I said, is it in good working order? He's like, of course. And I said, I noticed that there's no place I can plug this in out here to see if it works. He's like, well, I'm not going to go through all that hassle to run a wire out here for you, so, it is what it is. I said, if it works, what do you want for it? He said, $55. I said, the thing's beat to shit and filthy. He's like, I'll take 45. So I got up close to it, tweaked it around a little bit, and I said, gonna need a lot of work to get this thing back to good order, so look, I'll give you 30 for it. The guy said, alright, look, 35. I said, sold. This is what I bought. I'll show you. Look at that little sucker right there. I can't get too close to it with my mounted camera here, but this is a Dean Markley K-20, what you might call practice amp. But let me tell you something about this Dean Markley K-20. When I got it, all this tan Tolex was basically black, and what wasn't black had paint smudged all over it. Like, not paint like someone had tried to paint it, but paint as if it had been butted up against something in the back of a van or something for years that had blue paint on it, and it just rubbed off all over. And this Dean Markley right here was just coated in some black mess. I don't know what it was. Couldn't even really make it out. But it wasn't broken. The little logo, the letters are all intact. They weren't broken. The knobs all turned, but without plugging it in, I couldn't tell if they were clean or not. The guy said it's in good working order. I said, what the hell? For 35 bucks, you'll spend more than that on buying a couple of sandwiches for the kids. So, I took it home, spent about a half a day cleaning the bejesus out of this thing. I scrubbed it on every surface with a good scouring pad that won't eat the Tolex, And I went through all the pots and they all worked. They were stiff, but they were clean, just dusty. They kind of hissed a little, but they didn't crackle or snap or drop out. So I just hit them a little bit inside with a couple of drops of good lubricant, moved them, then they were moving freely and making no noise at all. And when I plugged a guitar into it for the first time, the one that I chose, this, if you remember, is my Firefly FFLG. I pounded on it in my review because it had a lot of little flaws and the workmanship wasn't that great. But if you remember, I actually loved the weight of this guitar, the playability, the neck needed, the frets needed to be re-leveled. There was no way out of that, so I did so. There's lots of meat on those frets because they were brand new, so I was able to level them without losing much. Polished them up nice and shiny, as you can probably see now. Well, anyway, I dropped in a couple of vintage Ibanez ceramic pickups. I don't know why I was moved to do that. These were kind of hot, and this guitar was out of the box. It was a little on the mellow side. I love the clean response from these pickups, but I wanted to be able to have the option for something hot too. So I dropped those in there. Was not a mistake. It was a good gamble. I left all the original pots in there, the switch, all original. It didn't really need anything electronically except for these pickups, and that was just a matter of choice. The ones that it came with were pretty good. But I'm only telling you all that so that I can tell you that now I play this guitar fairly regularly. It's become a real workhorse for me. You might call it my lab guitar. And if you know a lot of guitar technicians, you find that many of them favor their lab guitar over everything else, including what they gig with. And I can almost say that. The only one that really beats this out, I got maybe 3 guitars that I like more than this one. But now that I've got this up to snuff and use it for my demos or practicing at home, I'm back in love with it. I'm in love with it. So that's why I chose this guitar for today's demo. And I am going to play it through my little Dean Markley. I don't think I can zoom in any closer. Don't know that I can, but anyway. I want to demonstrate the sound. First of all, this is only the amp, nothing added to it. I do, from time to time, use this Hotone or Hot One or Hotone, whatever you want to call it, little signal booster, step-up pedal. I do from time to time when I want to really make it crazy, but you don't need it. And I'm going to show you the amp just by itself. First of all, let me demonstrate it clean for you, okay? Hopefully it won't drive the mic too hard. It does not have any effects at all. It has no reverb, no tremolo, nothing like you might have found in the 80s amps. This is just strictly for producing tone, nothing else. Here's a clean channel. I've got the volume nooned. I've got the master down about 2. All right. I've got set on about 2. I've got the treble nooned, mid-range on about 3, and the bass, well, you got to turn it up because you've only got an 8-inch speaker here. All solid state, 1 8-inch speaker, and this is what I get with the bridge position pickup. And my bad playing. This is the middle position. All right, and this is the neck position. That's the clean. Let me show you the distortion channel that this amp has. And the only way to turn it on is with the drive button. They share EQ. It doesn't adjust the EQ for the drive. So when you turn drive on, now it's set for dirty. I'm down in the bridge position pickup. See? It's got a lot of cheese, man. I just picture putting, external effect on it, like reverb or something, and putting a mic on it. You could actually use that somewhere. Hit a white room, black curtain, near the station. Black country, starling. It's got that old crunchy 80s, just like its big brothers. So I'm going to go back to a clean channel here. And I just wanted to share this little $35 find out of a flea market about approximately 1983 or perhaps 84 Dean Markley K-20 20-watt solid-state practice amp. I'm told, a favorite of Joe Bonamassa for practicing in tiny spaces. Easy to take with you, noiseless other than the noise you make. Listen to that background. You can probably hear the air conditioner in the back bedroom. Even when I switch it to dirty, the amount of hiss coming out of that is so negligible you might as well say it's not there. Without distortion? With distortion. I don't even know if the mic can pick that up. But that's my Dean Markley K-20 amp with my Firefly FFLG Lizard Burst workhorse guitar that I've come to love. And I thought I'd just share that fun moment with you today. So sometimes you do make out at a flea market, I wasn't particularly looking for anything like that. When I found it, I doubted that it was even going to work when I plugged it in. I figured, maybe I can use it for parts. Maybe I can use the hardware to, pick the best of its hardware off and put it on the other two amps, because they are identical. They're the same. Same materials all around. The only difference is the size. But the corner pieces and everything are the same size as what's on the other amps. The Dean Markley logo is the exact same one, so I'm so happy with that purchase that I thought I'd make a video about it today. And that's all there is to it. I didn't really have anything more to add today. Hope you guys are able to survive the craziness of the world and what's going on. And so thanks for tuning in today. I hope you guys are enjoying the summertime. I hope you had a great 4th of July. And tune back in sometime, and we'll have fun demoing something else. For now, you guys have a great day. Enjoy the summer, and I'll talk to you soon.